How's it going this afternoon? Ugh. I apologize for being late. I uh I was called last second for to do a job. See, yesterday I had to go drain a pool, and well, I mean the pool drained much faster than I thought it would. So I had to come by again today to finish the job. For some inventory wash out of it. See. So like I had just got back right through the stream. It's a good thing I'm pretty good at this. Yeah. Okay. It was a magic engine that looked like a floating eyeball. It's gotta be security or something like that. I think we're a little past being surprised by something like that. What did you expect? A welcoming party? You do need to be careful. Without any of our equipment, we won't be able to put up much of a fight before we're captured again. Dancing this part? Oh. Huh. That was fast.
Look, it's him.
Yeah. Oh, did you all get put in there again? I'm so sorry for all this trouble. Here, I'll get you out at once.
That's a G. Thanks, bro. What happening?
I am so sorry you have to keep doing this.
There you go. Take care.
You've been a great pal. Hey, let's get a drink later.
Take care.
Silence. Okay. I'll see how this is all going. Aww. I really just walked through that. Oh, that was close. Nothing going for us? We're out of its line of sight. Must respond to loud noises as well. So even if we can't see it, find us with the sounds we make. Be careful. We'll have to be careful. Oh, there's a button. Look out, there's another one. Get past this. Not if we can't even make a sound. Why not? How about we use that cat? They respond to the sound of the rolling pipe. Didn't kick that then. Try to kick it somewhere where we aren't, okay? Only one chance at it. Straight ahead, pipe. Now let's. Ooh. Paralyzed. Black magic. Oh, I can't look at anything. Oh, I need to close that on it. Yeah, another one. Well, this is not good. There aren't any cancer pipes nearby either. Hey, how about we close the shutter when he goes behind it? Shutter. That time could be hard to judge. Nothing else comes to mind. You get the most brilliant idea. You get the most brilliant ideas sometimes, Jansen. What do you mean sometimes? Shh. Talk like. Okay. Shouldn't be that hard. Nice. Let's go. I want to accidentally open that door. Start in the middle there, right? No, start from the bottom. Oh, we don't have to go this way. Hey, stop! Whoa. What now, John Queen? Keep it down. Hey, you see those soldiers? Are you serious? I guess we have to find another route. Route? Route. Okay. Yeah, figures. Oh, did they find us? I don't think there are any soldiers here. This lit up plate sounds alarming if it detects any strong vibrations. I guess running across it, for example. Trap. That's bad news. If there were any soldiers nearby, we would have been goners. We may see some yet if we sit here and wait for them. Just try not to set off any more alarms, alright? Hold B and use the lift sector more quiet. Doggy. Walk. Oh, it's a shortcut. If I screw up. Yeah, that'll help big time actually. Nice. If I screw up, I'm pretty good at this. I am a genius at it. Oh. Prodigy. Of my time. Hey, look at this chump. See he a sleepy little fella? Haha. Just slip past him. Keep the noise down. Look at this chump. Slot C. Can't look at any of that yet, though. Very short space. I wonder if magic energy costs me. Did not see that.
Oh, did you all get put in there again?
Thanks, man. Thanks, bro. You're cool. Really should take you out of this. Okay. Well, I almost did it. Now I know to expect out of screen attacks. Ugh. Can I skip this? No.
Oh, did you?
It's pretty annoying. Let's see. Better fix this one. This kind of takes a while to circle. What does that matter? Why? Okay, don't fall for the trap. I'm gonna walk it out. Walk it out. Left down. How am I supposed to go up there? Oh, no, that's supposed to be over there. Nothing over there.
Oh, did you all?
Also, I should probably check that other area where the ladder was. That didn't seem like a shortcut. Where's shortcut? Oh, it's right here. Why am I so blind? Let me do something. There we go. That should make me a lot less blind. guard. Just pass it by. Okay, yes. I do have to go up that ladder. No way to get up here. They can't jump fences. There it is. I don't want to step in this again. Yeah. Oh, okay. Really gets that lag. Oh, there's a kid over here. Eight lights. Something. Yeah, I see. You know. You didn't see me climbing. Okay, so I turn on that, press that button, turn on that button. Button section. Elevator button. Okay, that's a pretty cool elevator.
Hey, what's the matter?
I know I keep saying this, and I know I said this earlier, but your memories are returning. Aren't they?
Maybe.
You hate them so much. What's your problem?
Ever since we stopped the magic energy leaking from Grand Staff, you get that look sometimes. Did you get exposed back there?
Got no use for the past.
Kime! Don't say things like that.
It's none of your business.
Hey, great. Yeah. Maybe I was just a little too quick to throw that black pearl. Golly, I gotta lighten up. I'm just way too tense. I need to get back to those 3 girls.
Hold these onto the lid. Yes, sir. Hey, look over there, our weapons. Nice. Soldiers, you can't do the job right. Transformation complete. Cuts. Hey, you there. Where did you come from? Yeah, I guess they found them. Heck yeah, let's take them out.
This does not look good!
Only two of them. He doesn't look that strong earlier. Have an elevator. 1B is actually not long. Yeah, push back. Especially. They have no element. You might just beat that guy up next time. Take him out. Back. Might be seriously game. Might just happen to you. Anything else? No. Something else? These ones are level 1, all of this. Level 2, black white. So, you do have ethic. That. So you don't have a lot of help, so that actually helps. There we go, that we learn skills. Paralyzed. You're paralyzed. Should I send me card? Charge, whatever. Let's see. People are fighting our humans. We have pray for weaknesses. No element, nothing.
This does not look good!
It's all those machines. No. What's that? Type mechanical. Tail lock. Fast. Oh, but I'm fast enough. Arnold
nature to lose.
Missing this bit. Jam on it. Okay, that could actually be really nice. Maybe 4 more jump parts. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, there's an item. That's it. Just buy it. Just because of that item I picked up, let's see.
Shh. What's that? You hear that?
What? Jensen!
That's a harp. Yeah. Queen must be in there, right? I mean, no dude plays a harp. Yeah.
Queen?
Ignore it. It'll lead to trouble.
Hey, I've got a sixth sense about these things. The Queen's gotta be hot. I didn't pay my respects. I mean, I'd have to turn in my man card. Time to work my magic.
Ah, idiot. What are you trying to pull, Jensen? Open up!
Why did
It's no use.
Oh, that moron.
Do you know anything about the Queen?
Well, from a long time ago. If nothing's changed since then, she's definitely someone I know.
Looks like your own memories are returning. So you're not afraid of the past.
No, I like the past. It's thanks to the past that I'm here now, right? If memory serves me correctly. She's someone from the past who made me who I am now. She smiled when she held out her hand to me. Even when stranded in the middle of the ocean, faced by me, a pirate. She wouldn't show any fear. I felt a certain kind of strength and a special kindness from her.
Is this a dream? Oh.
The Queen could have arrested me for piracy, but instead she invited me to her palace. We talked about a lot of things. It was a huge surprise to find someone in such a high station who was so open-minded. No, she wasn't just open-minded. Even though we'd just met, it felt like we'd known each other for years. Our talk seemed full of nostalgia. I laughed for the first time in a long time. I don't know if she felt the same way, but at any rate, she seemed fascinated by everything I said. Treasure hunting in the Great Eastern Ruins, beating the crap out of pirates who stepped out of line. I covered it all. Tell me about your life. But when I look back at the way she let me keep talking, I think she might have longed to be free, just for a moment. Here, take this. Scoring a queen's pendant without a fight. I must be really lucky today.
No, I'm only lending it to you. The next time we meet, I want it back.
I want it back.
Ooh, can't pass up a chance like this. Sorry, gang.
Jensen, I can't believe you. Why does he run like that? It's really where we're running. Maybe it's just close.
Oh, wait, Your Highness, please. I'm not dangerous. I swear. Whew, thank you so much. Please, just don't call the guards yet.
Who are you?
I beg your forgiveness, Your Highness, for the sudden intrusion. Jansen Freed, at your service. I am but a simple fool, drawn here by your lovely harp song.
The White Boa is ordained away. Where did you come from?
Any man who heard such an enchanting melody would grow wings and fly to meet you. Land or sea, just as long as he found you. Like this. Ah, I would very much like to know your name, Your Highness.
Ming Numara.
Ah, such a lovely name. And I've finally gotten to see you smile. Please, feel free to laugh at this simple fool. Just seeing your smile has made it worth risking your wrath at my uninvited presence.
Is something the matter?
Forgive my impertinence, but even though your smile shines bright, Your Highness, I also see loneliness. Your harp song you were playing earlier feels the same. It's as if it reflects your own heart.
My heart?
When you play, the melody radiates kindness and warmth. But sometimes it sinks into sorrow. That sorrow is what drove me to you and sparked a desire to smooth it away.
What is that?
I shall heal your sorrow. Please, trust me. If you remain here, your heart will only be stained with more sorrow.
Put her to sleep.
My heart. Stained with sorrow. Jansen, why did you really come?
What a woman! Great. Just great.
Jansen. I can't believe this guy. Just put her to sleep.
To Her Majesty's room! Hurry! This way! You again? Ugh.
Crap, Jansen, you idiot.
I hope no one heard that. I can't hear anything from here. What's going on? Back in. He's dropping the grenade. He's still carrying her? Like, he has her? Or what else he left her? I was gonna say. Her right there, right? Where is she? I'm just gonna assume that he's technically still carried. Yeah.
What are you doing here? Plotting to kidnap the Queen?
Hello, General?
Oh, man.
I see you're at least smart enough not to resist. Take them away. Yes. You men, follow me to Her Majesty's room.
Understood.
Your Highness, it's General Kakanis. I heard a loud noise just now. Are you all right?
Yeah, he's gonna try to speak for his.
Your Highness, please open the door! Ah! Your Highness!
It's no good, sir. It won't open.
Bridge, open the door to Her Majesty's room, immediately! This is an emergency!
That's strange. It doesn't open.
Idiots! You open the emergency hatch! Ah!
What's going on back there? Yep, the emergency escape. I can't believe Jansen. What was he even thinking? He's not here, huh? The third been managed to act himself. He just left Sam behind. Over there. Oh. I mean, this ain't real now.
Are you some kind of beast?
Are you some kind of... Oh, man. See the normal attack. Chance. Perfect. Oh my god. What? Dude, Jansen almost died.
That was easy!
Maybe Jansen, he almost died. Okay, that's the wrong direction. Jansen can be healed. One more. You're alone. I wouldn't give you the maximum lead, but you're alone. You're weak. A lot of guys like you.
You know, it's tough being so popular.
Really? You know what? Let's do this again. Okay, we're gonna gamble. We're... Oh my god. That's gonna suck. This has to be bad. Yeah, we're sticking to spells.
Well, have you fallen for me yet? Well, I guess this is as good as any place. There we go. Hey there, little guy. You lost? You're not chasing me too, are ya? Whoa! Whew. Close one.
You're quite kind, aren't you?
Ah, you're awake, Your Highness. What?
Oh,
Okay, this isn't funny. I need to get out
You
of this.
know, I was never really asleep.
Huh?
I couldn't judge your true intentions, so I tested you. I sincerely apologize.
Well, then do something about this, okay? Would
Not
ya?
just now. I am the queen, and I cannot just simply run away with you.
But that Kakanas bastard is taking advantage of you. You can't be comfortable surrounded by these lunkheads, can ya?
Even so, I will not forsake my duties. Your feet will be fine. Just remain here for a little while. Nothing higher will turn to stone.
Gee, thanks for considering my, higher parts.
You finally sound more like yourself.
Huh?
Such insincerity reflects poorly on your true self.
Whew! All that formal speech stuff is making my shoulders stiff anyway. But I'm fired up now, my queen. When I get out of this, I'll prove my sincerity to your heart's content. Oh yeah, you can bet on it.
Your Majesty!
Ah, crap. Oh, this is so unfair.
Have you been harmed?
Testosterone boy. Oh, man. Golly.
back again? It's crazy. I know what he's doing. He's gonna make a duplicate of himself. So he can lead the match. I know what he's doing. I know. This area looks very nice. Good spot to vacation.
We bring together in this place all our dreams, all our hopes, and all our dedication. We shall not avert our eyes from our shadowed reflection in still water, nor succumb to apathy. Numata exists so that power may coexist in harmony with peace and tranquility. To show how our power can sow peace, I now release these visitors to our fair city. They have been prisoners. I now declare them free.
What's up with that?
Well, it's about time. You? Ah, yeah.
Travelers, you are free to go.
Ming!
Ming?
No, what is she? She was sad.
Travelers! Thanks to Her Royal Majesty's leniency, you are now free to go. Now, move along! Royal Guards, dismissed!
All that trouble to release us, and now they simply turn their backs.
Well, I say it's great. I mean, we're free, aren't we? Oh, and it's all thanks to Ming.
It bothers me that you speak so casually of the Queen. Is there something you're not telling us, Jansen? Did you do something to her?
Wait, come on.
My God. You know, that's a reasonable reaction from Seth, but like, that's what? Okay, you're right, Kai. True. That's it. What that guy does is make me go like, hi. Why is he like that? The Queen's whimsy behavior is wrong for all of us. Things you will watch is just throw people like you in jail. It's rude. How have you known that if I were in control of the characters during those other cutscenes, you wouldn't be saying that? Boss. No, boss. Let's see what's boss. There's another boss. There's another boss. Run to your silence. Why? Maybe I do. You there. Well, looks like General Kakanas is right up the forefront today. I think that's exactly the sort of leadership we need. The Queen's popular with the people, so she works best as the figurehead she is now. Hey, you're walking about. Queen being robbed of her power. Power? The world is General Kakanas to rule. You best leave tomorrow now if you want to get caught up in it. It's literally clear. He's got no power. I mean, that's why Kakanos will laugh. It's like, ha ha ha, I'll get him later. You there, person. This can't happen. Look at my Buka. Gone. My dog, Boo. Enough somewhere was said and stuff like that. Probably got lost while he was out booting it. Take some time. That cat just jumped off. I can usually find him around here, but not today. I doubt he's left town though. He jumped back on! What? That's cool. That cat just jumped off and jumped back on. That's chilling. It's balling. How about you? What are you gonna say? Oh, you're so much. Queen Ming was always concerned about beauty. I don't mean her looks, I mean eternal beauty in the heart. You there, please. You there, why are you strutting like that? Ever since the rise of General Kakanas, it's as though the very air about Nomura feels different. Nomura's royal family crest is modeled after the birthmark on the beams of text. That's why the queen herself is the embodiment of the royal family. General Kakanas is our ruler. Don't make me laugh. Queen Ming's been ruling over 1,000 years. Okay, so yes, she's an immortal too. City's been up for a minute then.
You handled your role well.
So, my performance was acceptable?
Yes, Your Highness. We should now be able to achieve our objective. Let them loose and follow them to the truth.
And what will we gain from this exercise?
When we have proof they work for the enemy, we'll lock them up again. They'll give us excellent leverage in negotiations with Ura, and beyond the negotiations, we stand to gain information about Grand Staff.
Grand Staff?
Ura has built a gigantic magic engine called Grand Staff, and we suspect they're plotting something. Right now, Ura poses a terrible threat to the entire world.
A threat?
Our intel has confirmed that the tragedy at Wool Highlands is connected in some way to Grand Staff. If we continue to allow Ura to run rampant, that tragedy could be repeated again at any time. The authorities in our military have voted unanimously to seize Ura as a preventative measure.
You plan to start a war?
The White Boa is already being converted into a battle flagship, and we've begun assembling troops and arms. This action is for the sake of the entire world.
I won't allow it.
While your majesty may have other ideas, the people will surely approve these safety measures. In this present magic industrial revolution, your majesty's isolationist policy is pushing the nation to its limit.
National isolation promotes peace.
This new regime must be created for the sake of world peace. We shall spread your majesty's teachings using our nation's military might.
You think military force can avert violence?
Would you rather see a meteor fall on Numara? If that were to happen, the people who so adore you would be reduced to ashes in an instant. No, the Grand Staff should not be in the hands of those simple-minded fools in Ura. We Numarans should control it. Then we can use it to maintain peace all over the world. Numara would become the most powerful, peace-loving country in the world. War is inevitable, Your Majesty. Figureheads. They should just keep quiet, play their role, and smile. Someone get in here, now!
That guy's a douche. He wants war. He's not even 1,000 years old. What does he know? Over 1,000 at least. We can figure out what you're for. The city of tomorrow. Alright. We'll break. Back to work. I'm tired. Walking those back must be recharged my batteries. What? Lost something? Busy or who has someone else? No, you're rude. You know, the big magic engine in the public square got a magic monitor. Tomorrow's main tree is up ahead, causing trouble while we're taking you in. Ah, you guys must be travelers, right? I'd recommend the inn over there for you then. When they control like around the magic. What's magic monitor? What's this? Bah! I was walking next to the palace. The soldiers chased me away. What is magic monitor? Tell me everything. Hey, see that sparkly thing over there? You know what it is? I thought of good luck ritual. Walk a coin over your shoulder and into the fountain to make your wish come true. Your wishes come true. What do you think? Gotta. Steal. Grandma, stop antagonizing the soldiers. You can take in the sun someplace else. Young people these days don't know the first thing about manners. Just because you're a soldier doesn't mean you can barge in like that. That's true. The wind now so cool and refreshing. It's a perfect map. And it must be. It's pretty humid here tonight. No matter where you go, you're always under military surveillance. Give out spies. Get yourselves out of Namara. Oh. Sus. Can't see the magic monitor very well. Look, you see I want a date. Who's in space here? She doesn't care about you. She's talking about the magic monitor. Right, the date's not going well. She's talking about the magic monitor. Oh, shoot. What is it? Are my ears that weird? I mean, I'm a little more weird than she is. Really? So why did you talk to me then? No. That's not fun. I guess what I was gonna say, yeah. What if I say yours? Well, so what? Moms and dads are like this too. Leave me alone. Aww. That sucks. I guess I shouldn't have said that. You just try breaking this magic monitor. Spend your entire life paying to replace it. Hear that the crimson forest outside of town is almost absurd. Rare monsters. Everyone says that it's good luck to run into one. Metal slimes? It's getting very hard to stay here tomorrow. None of this would have happened if Bigby would have only used the power she has in hand. I see more and more buildings are equipped with magic engines these days. Must be the magic industrial revolution in action. What do you want? Quit bothering me. One soldier will punch you over the head with this object. Some people see a fountain in the middle of town as excessive. Me, I happen to like it. It lends an air of affluence to the city. What do you want? I'm here to strike a conversation. You know what? Now that I think about it. Okay, no, Pipe's still not fun. Who's going? Not in the front anyways. She tends to act first anyways. Kind of formation. I don't... Apple? Supposed to go to the inn, but let's explore. There's some pretty strange folks gathered up on this street. They're like artists or something. Artists are pretty weird, man, you can see the works of almost all the Numaran artists if you go to that salon over there. I was like, if artists were the thing, I wouldn't be here. That's for sure. Tired of it. I was suggesting go out on the gondola for a thing. Just how long did it expect me to wait? Uh, yeah, that sucks. She was stood up. Right. Help us. Healing her art. This Tracy salon. Wait, laugh. What these kids do is make out with each other. Yeah. Hello there. You been to my shop yet? I mean, the place where I work, at Ed's luxurious place? You're welcome anytime. Oh, but the soldiers have been breathing down his neck. So you need the password to enter the main showroom. Once the clerk stops you, tell him that you're there on Tomi's recommendation from the salon. Tomi's is the brother of the salon owner, and he's one of our best customers. Password. Tomi's. Welcome to my salon. Artist got here. Whoa, Friday tomorrow. The fact is that the masses just don't have what it takes to understand the mind of a genius. Fine art is from the heart, and it would die in a place like this. According to that guy, all you guys do is make out. The light from that window has a very unique effect on the room. I think I'd like to try to capture that when next work. Obviously, I'm pretty sure I'm exaggerating. Maybe an artist. She goes on and on about the silliest things. Hey, listen to me for a change. Feel everyone's heart shine in the salon. The bright light houses the inspiration for our heart. Not she's just passionate for what she does. I don't know. Lomies. I don't remember where he said it was at, but I remember the Lomies. Oh, apple. When I grow up, I'm gonna be a mercenary. Why? Come on, aren't they just so cool? No one says I gotta help on the shop. Forget about that. I was about to, If I was a mercenary, I'd be a million times more famous than a soldier. All the nations in the world will want me on their side. He's so awesome. Dream. That'll be somewhat. Dream has been revealed. The ramparts were full to the enemy. It is just a matter of time. They will mount their attack at dawn. The main body of the Allied forces has already drawn far back from the front. Only the mercenaries are left behind the barricade. Their orders? Defend it to the death. These men have gone from battlefield to battlefield and know exactly what that means. The talkative mercenary. They've just left us here to die. Chuckles the one called Toma in the darkness, too thick for a person to make out in his own hand. They want us to buy time so the main force can pull further back. We're supposed to be their shields, performing our final service for our employers. His dry, papery laugh shakes the darkness. Time says nothing in reply. Other mercenaries as we gathered there, around them in the blackness, but all kept their thoughts to themselves. Mercenaries have nothing to say to each other on the battlefield. They might be on opposite sides in the next battle. At a time like this especially, you have to defend the barricade against the enemy's withering attack. You can't spare the time even to look at each other's faces. Time knows nothing about this fighter called Toma. His voice sounds young, probably has very little experience as a mercenary. If a man grows talkative in the face of death, it means that, deep down somewhere, he has a weakness that prevents him from becoming a true soldier. A mercenary with even a hint of such weakness can never cheat death and live to see another day. It is the law of the battlefield. And a man like Toma would only learn that law in the moment before he loses his life. We're done for. We'll be dead in the morning. We'll have that silent homecoming you talk about. I can't stand it. I just can't stand it. In the darkness, no voices rise to second his sentence. It's too late to talk like this. The day they chose the mercenaries' path was when they should have resigned themselves to death. They sell their lives for little money. They prolong their lives, a day at a time, by taking the lives of another enemy after another. That's what a mercenary is. Nothing more, nothing less. Hey, can anybody hear me? How many of us are here? We're all going to die together. We'll just be a line of corpses in the morning. Don't shut up now. Answer me. No one says a thing. Instead of voices, the silent darkness begins to fill with a tangible sense of annoyance. Wordlessly to gather on the battlefield, wordlessly to fight the enemy, and just as wordlessly to die. That is the rule of the mercenary, the aesthetic of the mercenary. Such an expression may be permitted. Toma has taken it upon himself to abandon that aesthetic. Knew it was hopeless from the start. Headquarters didn't know what they were doing. There was no way a strategy like that could work. You know what I'm talking about, don't you guys? We had to lose. A total mess. I wish to hell I joined the other side. Then we could have gotten a mountain of cash for winning. We could have drunk ourselves blind. We could have had all the women we wanted. We could have gone either way on this one, but I picked the wrong side to fight on. Hey you! An older voice booms out of the darkness. An angry voice. Yeah? What? Answers Toma. His voice more vibrant now and having at last found someone willing to talk with him. As if to crush his momentary enthusiasm, the other man goes, how about shutting up for a while? If you really want to run off that mouth that much, I can send you to the next world a step ahead of the rest of us. I'm sorry. Instantly dejected. Toma falls silent, and darkness goes still again. Stillness is charged, however, with a deep tension. Far deeper, even, than before Toma started talking. The veteran warriors know. Watch out for talkative men. Being talkative means trusting in words. Trusting too much in words. Words are useless on the battlefield. Take up your weapon in silence. Steal yourself in silence. Fight in silence. Kill the enemy, or he kills you. In silence. All the mercenaries have lived this way. All but the talkative one. The soldier clings too desperately to words. We cling just as desperately to something else. The sweet trap of betrayal, for example. Or the seduction of desertion under fire. Or the lure of badness. Time has often seen pitiful mercenaries who, unable to endure the terror of being surrounded by the enemy, go berserk and attack men from their own side. Will Toma prove to be another such case? The possibility is great, and no doubt the other men are thinking the same thing too. In the stillness, they turn the same gazes toward Toma, their reserve for confrontations with the enemy, looking for any sign and change of his demeanor. The moment they perceive the slightest threat in him, a blade will soundlessly pierce the left side of his chest. The silence continues. Not even the usual all-night cries of insects can be heard tonight, as they were last night. Perhaps the insects knew enough to clear out in advance of the enemy's dawn attack. The thought reminds Time that he saw no birds in the area yesterday either. Although animals came to snatch food when the men first built this fortification, there has been no sign of them for several days now. Animals have mysterious powers of foreknowledge that humans have lost. This becomes painfully obvious with any visit to a battlefield. There can be little doubt that animals have turned their backs on the territory. Right about now, in some distant forest, a huge flock of blackbirds may be taking wings in search of human corpses to strip of their flesh. It's feast time, boys! They already know, somehow. Once the sun is fully up, the battle will be over. If they don't get here first, they'll lose their feast to a flock from another forest, their black bodies hidden against the night sky. Those birds are probably flying for all they're worth. A voice in the night, Toma's voice, weeping. Listen, you guys, I don't know how many of you are out there, but we're all going to die in the morning. Most of us, maybe one or two will live, no more. Think about it. Those are lousy odds. You've all been through this before. You're veterans, war heroes, probably not scared. But even so, even if you're not scared, don't you think this is stupid? Huh? Tell me. You've been through a lot more battles than I have, so tell me. What the hell are we here for? We don't hate the enemy. We don't owe the leaders on our side anything. But we've got to kill the enemy and follow our own leader's orders. And we're still going to end up dead. Tell me, you guys. Don't you think it's pointless? Don't you think it's stupid? The only response to Toma's impatient click of the tongue in the darkness followed by someone else's sigh of annoyance. I can't take it any longer, said someone. I hate this. And now he is sobbing. All I wanted was some money and maybe something better to eat and maybe nicer clothes. I would have been happy with that. What a mistake I made taking work like this. I should have never done it. Time keeps all his senses open for movement in the night. Aside from himself and Toma, 5 other soldiers are crouched down in the darkness. Not bad. All are experienced warriors. They would not have been able to put up with Thomas whining otherwise. If they let themselves get angry and started shouting at him, or grabbing him by the throat or wailing away at him, they would end up just consuming their strength and energy before their work started at dawn. If this is an assemblage of men who know how to keep their silence, the chances for life are that much greater, assuming that the talkative, weepy man does not become too great a burden for the rest of them. Still sobbing, Toma continues to curse his fate. Suddenly, something is different. Something stirs in the silence. This could be bad, time thinks, sharpening his attentiveness still more. When dawn breaks, Toma will get in our way. Because of him, possibility for life will wither. Mercenaries know that. Because they know it, they might do whatever it takes for them to secure for themselves even the slightest added chance to live. I don't want to die here, I tell you. Not now, not here, like a worthless dog. You guys feel the same way, don't you? Moonlight shines down for a rift in the clouds. For a split second, Toma's tear-stained face appears in the darkness. He is even younger than Kaim imagined from the sound of his voice. He is practically a boy. Clouds hide the moon again, and thick black darkness holds everything once more. The dual light stirs in the depths of the darkness. Without a word, Kaim darts, wind-like toward it. He was able to gauge the distance between himself and Toma during the flash of moonlight. Kaim grabs Toma's arm. Something hard falls to the ground. The dual light flashes again, this time at their feet, and melts again into the darkness. A knife, driven by the fear of death, Toma was trying to slit his own throat. Toma twists away and tries to free his arm from Kaim's grasp. Kaim drops him in the solar plexus. Without uttering a sound, Toma passes out. Toma slung across his back, Kaim strides through the darkness. Eventually, Toma awakes and thrashes his legs to get loose. Stop it! Let me go! Kaim lowers him to the ground. Every once in a while, the moon comes out. Check your direction when that happens. Go straight toward the setting moon, Kaim says gently. What the hell are you talking about? It's the only way you can get out of here. Kaim has chosen the thinnest part of the enemy's encirclement. Of course, there is no guarantee that getting through here will save him. From now on, Toma will have to believe in his own luck and abilities. Are you coming too? Toma asks. No, I'm going back. You escape alone. Why? You come too. Let's both escape. Come with me. Toma clings to Kaim's arm as he pleads with him. But Kaim gives him a hard slap on the cheek. The flesh of that cheek is too soft to belong to a veteran warrior. It is the flesh of a boy. A kid. You go alone. But why? To live. That's why. What about you? You want to live too, don't you? You should run away with me. You don't want to die, do you? Want to live? No, Kaim has no great desire to live. He lives because there is nothing else he can do. He lives because he has to. Toma is far too young. His own burden of life far too fragile for him to know the pain of such a life. We live to fight. That's what mercenaries do. But get the hell out of here. You're ruining it for the rest of us. You guys will never win this battle, so why not run away? It's our job to fight. With that, Kaim turns on his heels and starts to walk back the way they came. Toma stands there, watching Kaim move away. And a moment later, he himself darts into the western forest. To fight or to flee. Kaim cannot know which holds out the greater promise for life. He also believes it is better not to know. Except, I hope you make it, boy, he mutters, walking on. The eastern sky is beginning to brighten little by little. Soon the enemy's all-out attack will begin. From the western forest, the buglers take to the air. Perhaps it means that a small-scale battle has started in the silence, or that the poor young mercenaries held his back to the enemy. Kaim does not look back or break his stride. He feels certain that the talkative mercenary he has seen a talkative mercenary before the road broke out. The boy was selling fruit at the market along the highway. He was a good boy, took good care of his mother. The women of the market were saying, live a long, full life. Kaim wishes for the boy as he himself walks on, glaring at the lightning eastern sky. And you just gave me a life crisis. I'll send that over us already down for the count. I guess I'll be heading for both sides then. Hey, wait, dog. Are you the missing dog? Oh, wait. The missing dog, aren't you? Dog has big ears. Oh. It's supposed to be the kid. It's supposed to be the dog that the kid in the front of the palace is looking for. Oh, hey, you guys are going back to this master by itself. There we go. Getting apples, what do you think about that? Nothing to see around here, get lost. Get lost. Point me in the direction of your treasury. Chest down there. Well, that's how you get to that chest. That's not how you get to it. There's another chest over here. Huh. Slots. I'm not gonna use it yet. Especially since Ming is an immortal, she's probably gonna quit the team. Like her design, it's like it stands out too much for her not to be joining her team, you know? It's too important of a character. So many people here. How much people talk to all these people? What's this right here? What's this called? What is that? Oh, wait. And gold. Nice. You need to stay beautiful and elegant. Everyone in tomorrow pays attention to fashion. They don't even play cat buying things like this. Huh. Something weird about this shop. Nothing about that room in the back. The one that no one's allowed to go in. One sec. Okay, I'm back. The shop is really something else. It is so expensive, but I'm having a good time just looking around. You know what? That's a mood. Everything's so expensive. Orgo, what are you looking for? There's nothing cheap. Glowing plant. Don't you think that accessory will look great on me? I'd buy it right now and go with some pricey. The only thing to do is to get to like I can put this one. I'm sorry, but the room at the end is off limits to the regular customers. Oh, it's the Thomas. Yeah. Thomas invited you. Please go ahead. Nice. Oh. Okay, I see. This is nice. I like this. Hello, travelers. You're familiar with the art of ring assembly, am I right? You're right. But you're not satisfied with just any normal assembly, are you? Believe me, we've all been there. Me, I don't assemble rings with components. I take existing rings and reassemble them to create completely new rings. And you know what else? The rings that I create even have multiple effects. Oh, and I won't charge you a cent either. It's my life's work, you see. So how about it? Would you like one? You know what? This guy right here is the problem. He's the reason why people are like, oh, it's your passion. It's just a hobby. Like, it should be free. You know, there's people that think like that. It's because of this guy. Earth power ring. It's yellow. They're yellow because so now I have double string. Damage up, straight up. Earth power. Oh. You there. Hey, wait, I know you. What can I help you with? Feel free to browse around as much as you like. Lost. Oh, 9. Not 3. 2. What's up, gold? Oh, I like that. Let's use good. I want this one. This. That. What's the description? That. Use rather words. Finish that. Finish these, and then I'll start. And then you can count down. Wait. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay, let's sell space. I feel like selling these items. That's very interesting. HP of statuses of enemies. I mean, as long as they pay attention, I don't think I need to really worry about that. Well, it's rare to see other customers here besides me. Here, I'll let you in on something. That's you. Do you guys use any rings? Well, some rings have Ultra under name, like Flame Ring Ultra, for example. Those rings have been reworked to enhance the user's abilities. They do this by expanding the range of the target ring. If you don't have any, try to assemble at least 1 or 2 of them. Will do, boss. Have everything. Yeah, Needed her free. Nice. Don't have that. Oh, I have that as well. I need the magic ceiling boss. You guys tried it. It's quite an expensive store over there. I've never seen the store owner there once. Only the store clerks. Have you ever seen them before? I'm not gonna give you the password. It's a password. You're not in on it, sadly. Ugh. The store with the flowery decorations? Nothing suspicious about it. Nothing suspicious about it at all. That one store on the street has a great selection of goods, but there's something fishy about it. It's nice. Yeah, it's not sus at all. It's really not sus. Friends were playing up on the roof before, but they won't tell me how to climb the tree. Or climb up there. Climbing trees is dangerous, so you can fall. It's crowded around here. It's so crowded around here that it takes all soon. It's back streets are like a maze. Just make sure you don't get lost, so you may never make it out alive. This old guy's jokes are pretty bad things. Once you get past that, they're quite funny. Shock humor. Now. Oh, no, my selection is this will grow as much as you like. Kilobyte. Elongland? Elongland? It's pure normal sense. I already had these videos. Maybe that old bear catch. Yeah, I don't have old bear catch. That's the last one. It's old bear catch. Poison might be really good, but I'm not getting it right now. Like, the whole barricade is fighting me. Oh, what's that pretty little box there? Makes me satisfied just looking at it. The Marians always pay attention to little details. It's their style, and I just love the selection at the shop. Oh, excuse me, I'm pretty kind of this room. It's our administrative office. But the Thomas. buy. Yeah. Sounds like expensive. And I was younger, we used gondolas to get around. We got by with nature, not magic power. Thank you. Now the loading's all taken care of. But are you sure this is okay? Won't the captain yell at you if he finds out how much you helped him? Don't worry about it. This sort of thing, we can handle in a flash. Yeah, think of it as payback for all the hot lunches you made us. If you need any more help, just give us a call. A dream has been revealed. Letters from a weekly. Once there was a woman who came from a foreign land to marry into an old family. Her husband was from a tiny village in the mountains, but he was working in a thriving harbor town abroad when he met and fell in love with her. At the time he asked her to marry him, his father in his home country collapsed and died. Being the eldest son of the family, the young man had no choice but to return to his homeland, taking her with him, of course. Her name was Mina. This was not a name used by the women of his homeland. Indeed, her name was not the only thing about her that was different. All of her skin, hair, and eyes, and the language she spoke were all different. Had the young man's hometown been a harbor city where many people of many different lands crossed paths, there would have been nothing unusual about this. In such places, there were any number of homes that welcomed foreign men and women to the family, generation after generation. But this is as deep as in the country as you can get, the young man told Time, sighing, the night he made Mina his wife. Time had rushed here all the way from the harbor town, the far country, to attend the wedding. At the banquet, the young man had given Kaim a look, and the two had slipped away from the festivities. They were standing in the garden, looking up at the night sky. When the eldest son marries, his wishes are of no importance. What matters is family. Two families negotiate engagement, and a bride is chosen who is acceptable to the groom's parents. That's how it was with my parents, and my grandparents did the same. I know what you mean, I said with a nod. Judging from the formal wedding ceremony, it was easy to imagine the highly conservative nature of the area, and just as easy to imagine that the relatives had not welcomed Mina into the family. Alex, Kaim said to the young man. Yes, the young man answered, still looking up at the sky. You're not the only one who can protect Mina, you know. I know that much, Kaim. Mina is a wonderful girl. I know that too, of course. The three were good friends. Kaim and Alex had worked together offloading ships at the same pier, and also together they had often gone to the neighborhood where Mina worked in an outdoor stall. Even now, Kaim retains the bittersweet memory of Alex and Mina, struggling to communicate in each other's languages. You know, Kaim, Alex said that night under the sky. I think you sensed it too. But Mina was drawn less to me than to. Kaim cut him short. Never mind, he said with a pained smile. Of course, Kaim knew how Mina felt, and if he had responded to her feelings, she and Alex would not have been married here today. But Kaim had held back. Instead, he had urged Alex to pursue his love for Mina, and help the two come face to face. He felt no regrets about having played the part of an unlikely Cupid for them. Thus then, to continue his never-ending journey, Kaim was unable to love Mina in return. One of Alex's uncles stepped out of the house, drunk. Hey Alex, what are you doing out here? He growled. The groom can't be absent from the reception. Sure, I'll be right there, Alex said, turning toward his uncle. Kaim tapped him on the shoulder. Make Mina happy, Alex. Give it to me, he answered with a smile. Come on, said the uncle. Hurry up, the groom's supposed to sit there the whole time. The entire family's in here, we're going to drink the night away. He grabbed Alex's hand and dragged him back into the house. The man was all smiles with Alex, but when he glanced at Kime, his borderline polite smile could not disguise the gleam of distrust in his eye for an outsider. Kime was sure he had noticed that same gleam, though perhaps not as openly displayed in the eyes that alighted on Mina. So that was the kind of village to which Mina had come as a bride. You'd better make her happy, Alex. Kime called out again toward his friend's receding form. I'm counting on you. And now the uncle had his arm around Alex's shoulders. He was noisily monopolizing his nephew's attention. Alex never heard those words from Kime. It was 3 months later when Alex came to visit Kime at work on the pier. I'm in town on a buying trip, so thought I'd stop by to say hello, Alex announced. But judging from the fatigue evident on his friend's face, Kime had a pretty good idea of the real reason for coming here. As casually as possible, Kime asked, "How's Mina doing?" Feeble smile, Alex replied, "After the wedding, he's happy." Mina had been accepted neither as a member of the family nor as a resident of the village. There were too many differences in daily customs and culture. But the one thing that made Mina too different for the tiny village was the brown color of her skin. If only she could speak with people. Mina is trying her best to learn her language. While my mother and the other relatives make no attempt to learn hers, not so much as a good morning or a thank you. It insists it's up to the daughter-in-law to really be adapting. Still, Mina was working hard to draw closer to Alex's family and birthplace. She would be the first one out to the field in the morning, work without a break until the sun went down, do sewing until late at night. She would try to talk to people in the local dialect Alex had taught her, using gestures and body language. She would apologize profusely with abject smiles whenever she failed to understand what they were saying. Kime could easily imagine Mina going through these exertions, which made Alex report all more painful for him. You come to visit us now and then, Kime. Mina would love to see you too. Kime responded vaguely, with a silent nod. When Alex added, I want you to come and cheer her up, he said nothing in reply. What's wrong, Kime? Are you angry? I'm not going to visit. Why not? Promise me you'd make her happy, remember? We agreed that you're the only one who can do that. Still, sorry, I haven't got time for this. I have to get the ship loaded before it sails at sunset. With this curt dismissal, Kime turned away and continued working. Alex stared at him from behind, frustrated and confused. Kime could feel his friend's gaze on his back. Yes, he could feel it, yet working without another backward glance. Eventually, Alex gave up and left. The other man spoke words of farewell. A year after the wedding, Mina gave birth to a son. The boy had brown skin like his mother. He had just started crawling when Alex visited Kime again. There was talk of a divorce, Alex said. There's nothing wrong with our relationship. Mina and I love each other, that's for certain. But my mother and the relatives say there is no way they can accept a brown-skinned child as family heir. His existence supposedly harms the marriage prospects of my younger brother and sister too. They want to send the baby to Mina's family. It's gone that far. Alex had lost a great deal of weight. He was obviously living with much pain every day, trapped as he was between family and Mina. None of this made sense to Kime. However trapped Alex may be. As long as he was firm on what was important to him, there could only be one answer to his family's demands. He should be able to arrive at it without anguish or confusion. I know how strong you are, Alex sighed, speaking to Kime's back as Kime went on hoisting huge, spine-snapping crates in silence. The longshoremen here were well paid for handling crates of their own, loads that it would take 3 ordinary men to lift. The daily wage is calculated by the number of loads each man lifted. So asking for help would result in a pay cut. For this reason, Kime and the others never complained or asked for help. They would lift even the heaviest load by themselves. Alex had been like that too. Somebody nearby asked him, "Are you okay with that?" He would be all the more determined to do it on his own. Fine, fine. He would smile, and, gritting his teeth, he would lift the giant load. But Alex was not like that anymore. starting to think that maybe, in the long run, tying Mina down to a life in my village is just going to make her unhappy. Her relatives say they'll support Mina and the baby. It's not as if I'd be abandoning her or chasing her away. It's just that, for both of our sakes, starting a new life. Having finished piling crates on deck, I turned towards Alex for the first time. He was looking down at Alex on the pier. And you're alright with that, huh? If you're convinced it's the right thing, then go ahead and do it. It's not for me to interfere. Alex's features distorted under the impact of Prime's words. Prime said nothing more but went back to work. His anger and frustration were reaching the boiling point. Alex had no idea that Mina had been writing the Kaiba notation since shortly after the wedding. About the hardship she had been facing in the home of her husband's family. She said not a word. Instead, she would spell out how happy her current life was and declare repeatedly how much Alex loved her. Always, the letters would end like this. I'm sure you, too, must be living happily, Prime. This way, Alex's report of the situation at home had filled him with such intense anger and frustration. He had never answered Mina's letters. He felt certain that if he were to write to her, whether with words of encouragement or comfort, or even playing along with her sad lies, something important that gave her spiritual support would snap into. See the baby, Kind, Alex pleaded. Mina would be thrilled if you did that. Instead of responding to Alex, Time called out to him from on deck. See that crate over there? Can you lift it? The crate near Alex was about the same size and weight as the one Time had just loaded onto the ship. In the old days, Alex would not have hesitated to carry him to the ship, every muscle in his body shuddering. However, Alex gave Time one timid glance and, smiling to hide his embarrassment, said only, "Not me." Time said nothing more. He felt strongly that their long friendship had come to an end. No, in fact, for Time, whose life would go on for all eternity, it had been nothing more than a momentary acquaintance. Time had been on his endless journey ever since. Now and then he thinks back to those bygone days. Both Alex and Mina long ago came to dwell along among these distant memories. The kind of memories that revive with a deep sense of bitterness. And they are there to this day. Oh, thanks, Well-Wisher. Thank you for following. Alex made his third trip to see Kaim a year after the baby was born, having wasted away to a mere shadow of his former self. Alex stared vacantly at Kaim. His voice lacked all intonation as he announced Mina's death. She had killed herself, hanged herself in the barn. Kaim was amazed at his own detachment as he took in Alex's words. Mina's letters had stopped coming several months earlier. Either she no longer needed to spin those sad little lies about being accepted by Alex's family and the townsfolk, or she had lots of strength to invent them. In effect, it was the latter. I was learning now. To the very end, she could not make anyone accept her. Her mother, her family, or the town. Alex said tearfully. She was all alone, finally, to the very end. Without a word, Ryan punched Alex in the face. Alex seemed to know and accept the fact that the punch would be coming. He did nothing to resist or defend himself. First, the fist hit him full on and sent him sprawling in the road. Why? Kaim demanded to know. Why did you say she was all alone? And when Alex righted himself, he smashed him in the face again. Alex began coughing violently and uncontrollably, and when he spat up a gobble of blood, a broken back tooth came out with it. Kaim knew well enough that Alex had been suffering too, and had been engaged in a desperate struggle to do something about being trapped between family and life. Otherwise, he would never have wasted it away so dramatically from the brawny young man he used to be. As well as he knew this, however, Kaim could not forgive him. He had promised, he had given his word, he would make Mina happy. He would protect her. Kaim could never forgive Alex for failing to make good on his oath. Wiping the blood from his mouth with the back of his hand, Alex dragged himself to his feet. I know how strong you are, said the Kaim, as he had once before. But this time his words took on a far sadder tone. But let me tell you this. Let me get to finish that. Alex thrust his face at Kaim for more punishment. Kaim threw another punch. This one landed squarely on his nose, and may have broken it. Alex crumbled to his knees. The blood that gushed from his nose was blacker than the blood from his mouth. Alex looked up at Kaim with a smile of self-derision. Mina should have been with you. That's what I think. If she had married you and not some weakling like me, she'd still be alive. With a wordless, strangled cry of rage, Kaim lunged at Alex, grabbing him by the collar and hoisting him to his feet. Another punch, and still another. Kaim was not planning to stop punching Alex. Now, though, with Kaim's hand still fastened to the front of his shirt, Alex looked straight at Kaim for the first time since coming to the dock. Why didn't you ever answer Mina's letters? That's all she was hoping for. A letter from you. So he knew. Alex knew everything. It's terrible out there in the country. Anybody who wants to can find out. But anybody who wants to can find out who wrote letters, who got them. Everybody out here is like family. Everybody but Mina, that is. If Alex had wanted to, could have quashed Mina's letters easily. Then, not one of her sad little lies would have reached Kaim. But instead, Alex had read the letters, re-sealed the envelopes, and sent them to Kaim one after another. He had internalized Mina's sad little lies, started looking for Kaim's answers even before she did. Kaim stopped his fist better and asked, how could I have possibly answered her? Why not? Alex retorted. You knew how trapped she was feeling. You must have known how much encouragement one word from you could have given her. That you were Mina's husband. Yes, that's true. You were always the one deepest in her heart. I knew that. And because I knew it, there was only one thing I could do. No, that couldn't be. Astounded, Kaim lowered his fist as Alex said to him. I wrote to her. I pretended I was you. And I wrote her letter after letter. Be strong, I told her. Keep your spirits up. I'll come see you soon. You're too strong, Kaim. You can't understand the feelings of weak people. But I don't have that problem. I'm weak. I understood how a weakling like Mina felt. Alex cried, the blood streaming from his nose and mouth. There is one thing I don't know, though, Kaim. I don't know whether Mina actually believed that the letters I wrote were from you, or whether she knew that I was doing it pretending to believe. I wonder, was life in my village so painful for her that she couldn't go on living there without pretending to believe? I made no attempt to answer Alex's question. Slowly, he let the strength go out of his clenched fist and released his grip on Alex's shirt. Alex drew a step back from him and took another step, putting distance between them before his final revelation. There was one letter, just one that I didn't send to you. That was 3 months ago. It was the first letter in which Mina begged you for help. She said she wanted to run away and asked you to come save her as soon as possible, to rescue her and the baby. That was the letter Alex threw away. Posing the kind, he wrote a 2-word answer. Be strong. The day after she read the letter from Alex, Mina hanged herself in the barn. Kaim stood rooted to the spot, crestfallen. This left him momentarily defenseless. Alex shot his fist at Kaim's solar plexus. Though a single blow could hardly be called a punch, the pain it inflicted might have been greater for Alex's own fist than for Kaim's superbly conditioned muscles. What an idiot I was. Be strong. Such words might have meant something to somebody like you, but to burden a weak person like Mina with them, no, you'd only break and crush her. Alex gave another tearful, self-disparaging smile and crossed his face towards Kaim. So hit me. I don't give a damn. Hit me all you want. Beat the hell out of me. But let me ask you this, Kaim. If I had sent her last letter to you, would you have finally answered that one? Would you have been able to accept Mina and her weakness? Kaim did not know how to answer this question, nor did he raise the clenched fist to Alex again. So ended the story of Kaim and Alex. Alex turned and walked away. Kaim could not bring himself to call out to him. He simply stood there, drained of all emotion, and watched him go. Alex did, however, turn to face Kaim again, and put enough distance between them, so that Kaim could barely make out his voice. I'll tell you this much, Kaim, he shouted. I'm going to raise that boy of mine. I'll make him into a man of my village. I may have been too weak to be a husband, but as a father I'll do better. I'll make him happy. Kaim returned his words with a silent nod. Alex allowed the hint of a smile to show on his badly swollen face. He then turned on his heels once more and strode away. Kaim never saw Alex again. Every now and then, Kaim remembers Alex and Mina as he proceeds on his endlessly long journey. When he thinks back to what he himself was like in those days, wanting only to be strong in all things, the memory is a bitter one. If only he had been the person he is today. In the present day, Kaim would not have rejected such human weakness. difference. And we can accept the fact, sometimes with a pained smile, sometimes with genuine heartbreak, that everyone is weak. If only he could begin his journey again. Might not have had to die. But this is no more than a hopeless dream. He meets them only once, and they are gone forever. The mortals, the humans, the ones without eternal life. This is what makes them all the more dear to him. This is what makes his rest bird for them. Aware now, he has failed to love human weakness throughout his battles and his wanderings. Time turns his steps towards Alex's old village. Alex himself, of course, is long since dead. Alex's descendants, you can tell at a glance. They have brown skin. Brown-skinned youths are the ones in charge of the village festivals. Brown-skinned old women teach girls how to weave floral decorations. Brown-skinned children, and those who are not brown, are together in all innocence, free of care. Perhaps this can compromise a tiny epilogue to the story of Alex, Time, and Mina. The graves of Alex and Mina lie side by side atop a low, wind-soaked hill. Time picks flowers from the field and offers them at the doomed couple's graves before returning to the road. What is human strength after all? Time still does not know the answer to this question. And this is why, again, today, his journey must go on. It's a tough story. Well, I guess I'll be leaving you guys to think about that story then. Stream for 50 seconds less than 2 hours. So I'll be seeing you guys next time. And stream now. Bye everyone.